Dustin nearly lost his life in his last gold rush of the season, and 2 days earlier, the diver suddenly snagged 3 gold nuggets, which immediately re-energized the gold team, who had basically given up.
3 nuggets! We're there! I knew it! I knew it! Yeah!
These few pieces of gold absolutely could not be lost. They were immediately collected and confiscated by the teammates back on the surface. James hit the jackpot this time. Now they are sure there is a massive pile down there. Originally they had been ready to pack up and head home, but the discovery of these 3 nuggets convinced Dustin to go all in and dig to the bedrock. Gold! 5 years ago, Fred and Dustin decided to mine in McKinley Creek to realize their gold dream. Their dream turned into an innovative gold hunting operation. Dustin's team fought the wildest rapids, and first pulled in a pile of gold from Rock Fall Canyon, while the old man Fred dug a 6-meter deep dive hole, but only managed to harvest a small amount of nuggets, until the dive hole collapsed. And the old man had to end their mining season early. Now winter is approaching, and a rainstorm triggered flood destroyed the Dustin team's dredge. The 4 team members had invested a month digging out the scour pool underwater. They were only tens of centimeters away from the gold layer on the bedrock. Looking at the dredge, which might be beyond repair, Dustin lost confidence to continue digging. He thought this might be a good excuse to quit early and go home.
Can't leave this. We've got a bunch of gold sitting there waiting for us.
But with Wes's persuasion, Dustin finally agreed to haul the dredge out. After assessing the damage, Wes decided to take the engine back to camp for repairs, then give the dredge a new sluice box. He was confident he could get it running again. All he needed was to gather parts back at the camp and put them together. This gave Dustin new hope. He didn't expect his buddies were so determined to dig to the bottom. Since that's the case, Dustin decided to see it through. Back at the camp, Wes began working on repairing the engine. As for the sluice box, it was damaged beyond repair. Luckily Dustin's dad Fred had a spare dredge, so they borrowed parts from Fred. Now all the supplies were ready. As long as the engine ran normally, they could continue working. They transported all the parts back to the dive spot, assembled the dredge, and put it back in the water. It started right up without a hitch. The gold team was back in the fight. Next, Dustin sent the youngest and strongest team member James to dig for the bedrock gold. The water flow was even more turbulent after the rainstorm. Over the past month, they had dug the dive hole to 4 meters deep, but the sand and rock brought down by the flood from upstream backfilled their 4-meter deep hole by 1.2 meters. So James must first clear the backfilled material before he can dig to the gold on the bedrock. Fortunately, the backfilled material was mostly small stones, so cleaning it up was not as hard as when they first started digging. Today's diving operation was going smoothly, but Dustin smelled the coming snow. The temperature was getting lower and lower, and James underwater felt he was freezing solid. Just as Dustin was about to end today's dive, fearing his teammate would freeze to death, James discovered wild gold nuggets.
What you got, man? I ain't gonna believe it. What you got? No way, dude. I got 3 big nuggets in this hole here. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, my.
What? 3 nuggets! Are you serious? 3 nuggets! We're there! I knew it! I knew it! Yeah!
Just like that, James single-handedly made everyone not want to go home. The next day, they rushed back to the dive spot eagerly, striving for the last batch of gold. Before the heavy snow closed the mountain, when they came to the dive spot, they found the creek water had risen significantly, and the dredge was being battered by the flood. Continuing to stop here would risk it being torn to shreds at any moment. Dustin gave the team 2 choices: either secure the dredge and continue digging, or pack up and go home. Wes chose to stay and keep digging. He didn't want to spend the entire winter wondering how much gold was down there. Carlos immediately voted in favor too, so Dustin's plan was to use a hand chain hoist to lift the dredge onto the cableway, letting it move away from the surging creek and across the log bridge to a calmer section of the water. Everything went according to plan. They moved the dredge downstream. The last step was to release the hand hoist and set it back on the water. Dustin decided to handle this most dangerous task himself.
I can't hold it!
Pull him in, man.
Yeah, I'm good. Come on, get a hold of it! Don't get it on there tight, we'll let it go and it'll go that side.
Go tie it! Tie it off! Go that way!
All right,
Get across!
on the rock! I don't know where to tie it off this.
Tie it off somewhere!
All right, I got it. There it goes. All right, all right. Got it, head off.
Oh, let go, let go.
The previous accident was caused by the steel cable supporting the dredge breaking. Not far downstream was a 24-meter high waterfall. Dustin narrowly escaped death, but Dustin, whose ribs were bruised, felt short of breath and needed a rest. After he recovered, he gave Wes a hug, thanking his teammates for saving his life. This was the shortest and most deadly boat ride he had ever taken. After almost losing his life, Dustin was absolutely determined to end this year's gold mining season. After this ordeal, the teammates no longer tried to persuade him to stay. Next, they needed to see how much gold they actually got, finalizing the last steps. Back at the camp, they began screening the last batch of concentrates for the season, it looks like they had quite a haul. After drying out the water, they started weighing it. The notch dive site yielded a total of 12.1 ounces, or 376.3 grams of gold, plus the 29.6 ounces mined from Rockfall Canyon. They harvested a total of 1,297 grams of gold over 5 months, and the jewelry-grade natural nuggets have a premium price, so this pile of gold is worth over $100,000. Compared to previous years, Dustin's team mined a record-breaking amount of gold this year. If it wasn't for the weather, Dustin is certain they could have mined twice as much gold. As for how much gold is in the notch dive site, Season 5 already revealed the answer.